Alright, before we even get into this shit, I got a lot to talk about. I'm not finna just get on here and fucking vent. I'm not gonna do that shit. Even though I got a lot that I'm furious about. You know, the usual. Going through life feeling like you don't have control over anything that's happening in it. It's always worst case scenario. Back to back to back to back. Oh. I'm not even finna fucking read that shit that just popped up on my fucking phone. Just some other shit. Originally, I wasn't going to be, talking about the whole Kendrick versus Drake bullshit because I'm going to be honest, I don't listen to either of them, but I think that Kendrick is far superior when it comes to music. But something alarmed me when I started going across some of these videos. After Meet the Grams came out, I was invested. Kendrick is calling Drake a pedophile. And people are still rooting for Drake after he came out with that bullshit ass press release that his writers made for him. Dude sound like a whole ass politician and shit. Then the evidence comes out that this dude really do be talking to 14-year-old little girls. FaceTiming them. Got their numbers and shit. They got his number. He was alone with them and shit. Just weird ass behavior. Like if it was me, a average man that was hanging around 14-year-olds and shit, and I'm not their mentor, not a coach of it or anything of that nature. I'm not a teacher. Not only would people be alarmed, but I probably would have already had a fucking investigation ran on me. But because it's Drake and he's famous, we got footage of this nigga kissing on a 17-year-old on stage. No problems. The audience ain't really say much from what I got from the video. Even though he on stage said that he don't want to go to jail, but that's cool though. Drake stands is still going to keep supporting this motherfucker. Angry man, fucking defending Drake left and right. Not even on the he ain't even discussed the from what I've seen. His angle was if it's really pedophilia going on, he should have just told the police, bring it up to the authorities. But then he proceeds to try to flip shit on Kendrick. It's whatever, bro. He's a fucking stan. Anton Daniels defending Drake and shit. I didn't see anything about the pedophilia being mentioned, but are y'all really serious about this shit, bro? At this point, if you're defending Drake, I'm gonna be looking at you sideways. I'm just doing me blunt. All right, his angle of I'm too famous to be considered a pedophile is the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. Simply because P Diddy is under hot water right now. R. Kelly is in jail now, and there's a bunch of other fucking politicians and famous actors and actresses who've been on the Epstein Island and ain't shit happened to them yet. So this he's too famous bullshit. Get that shit. That shit shouldn't even be a sentence in your memory bank that you should be uttering at this point. Like just fuck all that shit. Unlearn what you have learned or what you think you know. Yeah, and as far as the music goes, Kendrick slaughtered this dude on top of that. So not only is it that Drake is actually legitimately out here fucking around with little girls, and Kendrick exposes him on that shit, then proceeds to bring up other issues that Drake has that are true. Metro Boomin is posting all his business. It's looking bad for Drake. It really is. This ain't even about the fucking rap beef anymore. But if you want to make it about the rap beef, that little line that Drake pulled, try to say that he fed Kendrick false information. Why would you feed your enemy false information, knowing that he's going to go out on a smear campaign against you? just so you can ruin your own reputation to win a rap beef. That makes no damn sense. But hey, he's a general clad in decoration though, apparently. Why am I even talking though? Well, because this shit. This the shit I really wanted to talk about. I'm gonna play this because before I play this, in the midst of all the shit that's going on around here, even with my own personal life distractions, shit with my job and everything that's been pissing me off, you know, we didn't forgot about the whole shut-in thing with the pandemic. I was telling everybody about the whole vaccination shit. The needles, don't get it. Don't fuck with this. We don't know what's in it. I gave a petition. Nobody really signed the petition. I tried to share it to the Melee community. They fucking blocked my post. Told me don't share anything like that ever again. I got into arguments with people on the Discord, Pichu Discord, AZ community Discord. Y'all calling me a dumbass and everything. It's just confirmation bias. You don't know what you're talking about. But then articles come out discussing myocarditis. You know, Attorney General is talking now. The Attorney General of Florida. I have NIH papers, Department of Health, you know, and security. I got a bunch of fucking paperwork. And then I try to share this shit and then I get people reporting my videos. Like, for what? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if I'm right, I'm helping you. So why are you fucking getting my shit blocked? Not to mention that all of social media has been covering this shit up too. It's a giant cover up. Like, that's not even a fucking conspiracy. I'm just gonna play the video.
It's also developing right now. Florida's Surgeon General says for us to stop getting the COVID vaccine.
Fox 35's Hannah McKenzie is joining us live in the Alert Center tonight. So, Hannah, he says what's in the Moderna and Pfizer vaccines is a problem.
Yeah, Luann, John, Florida Surgeon General Dr. Ladapo says he has safety concerns pertaining to the discovery of billions of DNA fragments found per dose in the Pfizer and Moderna COVID vaccines. And he says those concerns have not been addressed by the FDA or the CDC. Dr. Ladapo says if the risks of DNA integration with COVID vaccines cannot be addressed, then the vaccines aren't appropriate for use in humans. He says he sent letters to the heads of the FDA and the CDC specifically questioning how this would impact humans in three main areas: healthy human genes being transformed into cancerous cells, chromosomal instability, and how the integration could affect unintended parts of the body, such as the heart, brain, lungs, even the injection site itself. We asked local doctor Michael Sparks to weigh in. Dr. Sparks telling us with the state surgeon general saying one thing and the FDA another, health providers are left stuck in the middle.
Remember when I was saying people were going... Okay, let me rephrase this. People were being offed due to medical malpractice. Yeah, I'll say that. You weren't even, like, there was conflict even in the medical field. So why the fuck would I trust the medical field at this moment in time when they all can't even come to an agreement? There are doctors who've been warning of this shit and they were losing their license and being, you know, kicked off the board and losing all their shit, their platform getting erased completely. There are doctors who was discussing that, you know, COVID wasn't even as dangerous as people were making it out to be. And then these same doctors were recommending you not even take the jab in the first place. Your body will heal, let it heal naturally. And they were getting, you know, kicked off for medical misinformation. And now, years later, it comes out. Or maybe not years later. When the fuck did this come out? I don't know the exact date of this broadcast. I just ran into it. I was conducting business for music on Twitter and ran into this post. By accident. It's like I just keep getting reminded of this shit, even when I'm not thinking about it. I'm not following that person. Okay, I don't go searching this shit up on Twitter. I'm barely on Twitter. So don't go trying to say it's your fucking algorithm. It's not. My majority of my algorithm, I got dead end hip hop, music, fucking, you know, stones throwing shit, different bloggers. Nothing to do with this. So now what? And that's the question. Now what? They lied to you. They ran this experiment on you. People are suffering because of this, whether you want to believe it or not. The doctors aren't going to tell you that it's this that's causing the problem. They're not. And we're just going to fucking move on with life and act like it didn't happen. This world is sick, bro. And the more I live in it, it's just like, why? There's a reason why I don't get married and have kids. It's not because I just can't find a woman. Well, actually, finding a woman worthy at this point is really hard. But I could get a woman if I wanted to. That's not the issue. Do I want to bring kids into a fucking environment like this? Where I don't even trust the medicine. I don't even trust the healthcare. Fucking jobs play God with your life. Your bosses do. They'll cut your hours over some stupid ass shit. And then what? The only, you know, option for that, if I have a son or a daughter, my only option for them, because other spots say they don't want to hire them, is to beg, please give me my hours back. For what? So they can do the shit again? Or find a little ass reason to fire you. And then you end up homeless. In an economy that's already fucked because of the damn inflation. You're losing spending power every fucking day. The dollar is going, you know, the fiat currency is dying. And here we are fucking still turning the mill like usual. Why the fuck would I want to bring a child in this shit? Why? I'm not going to go all deep into the violence and shit. You got motherfuckers being fucking offenders and shit. On both sides. Not just male, but female too. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. And then when somebody's struggling and they're down and out, we blame them instead of the environment that they're forced to try to adapt to. That's what's even crazier about the shit. But hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm talking about, I guess. What a bitter ass fucking video.